self-amending crypto ledger. So yeah, what is Tezos? It's a dynamic blockchain for keeping pace with technology changes, and it's a platform for smart contracts, asset tokenization, and NFTs. It's constantly evolving, with voting periods every 2 weeks. It's comprised of 3 modules: a network, transaction, and consensus layers. Just last month, Tezos replaced its consensus layer with an entirely different version of proof of stake, which enables faster transactions and better network stability. It's decentralized, 413 nodes around the world. And so yeah, those nodes are also called bakers. We put the transactions of NFTs, smart contract operations, into blocks and get a fee, transaction fee. And the fees are really cheap. So a lot of artists, it's really the place for artists to it's the place for artists to do NFTs because it's cheap. And everyone who holds Tezos gets a vote, whether it be voting on which baker generates your rewards for you, or whether it be running your own baker node and voting every 2 weeks to decide which technology amendments to adopt. It's really energy efficient. Transaction uses as much energy as a single tweet. And it's liquid proof of stake, which basically means when you take your Tezos out of the exchange, your Tezos is helping the network be secure. And you can see as transactions have been going up generally. I mean, it's cooled off a bit of an extended bear market, you know. But generally it's been going up, and you can see the consumed gas has been coming down. And that's a result of all the consistent upgrades and technical optimizations. There's been 9 upgrades over the last 4 years that Tezos has been running. And you also earn a yield of 5.5% per annum. That's part of proof of stake. So you get rewarded and you help secure the network. 50 million transactions last year, and energy consumption, 17 global citizens for the whole year. More broadly, I think it was mentioned in a previous presentation, the NFT ecosystem is exploding and probably going to be around for a long time. It's very exciting for creatives and artists. And so yeah, it's really cheap to mint NFTs on Tezos. About 40 cents. $40 for 100, 40 cents for 1. So yeah, of course, artists are going to use it, it's much cheaper. Here's a few NFT marketplaces. I'll let this come play.
That's wild.
One of it's a music NFT platform with artists such as Whitney Houston, Doja Cat, and Notorious B.I.G. The Recording Academy partnered, was using one of to issue the NFTs for the Grammys. Here's another music platform that does NFTs on Tezos. Like the collaborative artists in the smart contract, and they will collect royalties. pairs Aussie NFT site artists. Object. All these slides will be available at the end if you want to scan the QR code, go to the website. Partnerships. Formula One, very cool. Honda Racing. Multi-year partnerships with the Tezos Foundation, so Tezos becoming a household name. McLaren. Ubisoft, in-game items, NFTs. Manchester United, and also the New York Mets. Based on Bank of America did a study that shows Tezos' developer interest is number 2, I guess after Ethereum. French bank is offering custody and trading services for Tezos. Also a Liechtenstein bank also just recently announced Tezos. Real estate's been tokenized on Tezos. Working with the regulators to get that done. It's an ongoing process. TZ APAC is a Singapore Tezos entity. They just got a partnership with the Singapore National University of Singapore, who the school are competing on International Olympiad in Informatics, or IOI. The architect of Tezos, Arthur Brightman, won a medal, a bronze medal, in that competition. Another person who won a bronze medal in that competition is co-founder of Ethereum, Adelaide, and another person from Nomadic Labs. Nomadic Labs is the core development team for Tezos. Although it's an open source, decentralized project, everyone's welcome to put forward code proposals. Most of the development is done by this team, Nomadic Labs. If you're interested in the technical specifics, just have a search for Nomadic Labs and have a read of their blog. They've got 64 employees and 39 of them have PhDs. We have a developers conference in Berlin next month. Tezos has got some exposure there. All right, DeFi. This is an over-collateralized stablecoin. So you put in roughly twice as much Tezos. You can borrow USD for about 2% and buy more Tezos. Of course, there's risks with that. Check the Tezos price. So another one, I really like this one. I think they've got the governance token incentive good. And I think the price of it has held up pretty well through all this market turmoil last week. They require 300% collateral, 3 times as much Tezos to borrow USD. And they also have DeFi and Bitcoin synthetic assets. If you want to diversify. QuickSwap's the biggest decentralized exchange at the moment on Tezos. So you can swap in and out of various projects in Tezos. And another one that I really like is called Spicy Swap. They have limit orders and it's a DEX, decentralized exchange. They've got a lot of clever gas optimizations that can save transaction fees. Please join the Tezos Australia community. We don't really have a strong Tezos community, at least that I'm aware of. So I'd like to try and bootstrap that and get more people to get excited about Tezos and learn development to build cool stuff in Tezos. There's also this link for the global Tezos community if you want to check out some of the more established communities. So to bake Tezos, you need to get some. These are some popular exchanges when you're looking for. So baking is basically like staking. Tezos is listed as XTZ. Take control of your Tez, don't leave it in the exchange. Set up a wallet, I'll get to that a little bit later. Choose an active beta with spare capacity. And your Tezos wallet address normally starts with the letters TZ, and smart contracts start with the letters KT. So, just going to go back to that slide later. tzkt.io/bakers is where you can go to compare all the bakers and their reliability, making sure that you're paying out what they're supposed to. If you want to set up a wallet, Kukai is a web wallet. It's very easy to get started. You can sign with a social media account. Just don't use that for large amounts in case something happens to your social media account. The right way to do it is get a Ledger Nano. Ledger Nano is better supported with Tezos compared with Trezor. So I always suggest people get a Ledger Nano. Yes, or X. They look pretty good. So yeah, if you want to set up a baker, you need 6,000 Tezos, and you need to use 10% of your Tez, however many rewards you're creating. You need to hold 10% bonds. Takes about 24 days. So when you choose a baker, you're doing a special transaction called a delegation. Don't send your Tezos to a baker. You might not get it back. So delegating means you're transferring the right to generate your rewards for those Tezos in an address. So you don't need to keep delegating, you just do it once, and you can forget about it, and let the rewards roll in. This is something a bit more advanced if you're putting liquidity into a decentralized smart contract. A decentralized exchange is a smart contract. If you're interested in that, go to that website and connect your wallet. Yes, that was 30% APR. This is what the process of setting up a Kukai wallet looks like, from left to right, on a mobile device. It might be easier using that video. And if you're familiar with MetaMask, Temple Wallet will be pretty close to that experience. They don't have a mobile app yet. These are some Ukrainian developers. They also do good useful. And so yeah, my website is moneyevery3days.com. If you'd like to learn more, this QR goes straight to the slides. I don't have the slides publicly on my website. If you don't feel like scanning the QR code, you can just go to moneyevery3days.com/slides-Adelaide. Thank you very much.